Welcome to Mobile, Alabama. We are in Saraland. We just watched Southern Miss practice for about an hour and 15 minutes. It was kind of a walkthrough day. They called it their Thursday practice. We're going to say this all again on our podcast that'll come out Friday, but we thought since we were here, let's do it here. You know, it's cool. You get to see our faces, and we get to say it 2 days before the game. So here are our game picks. Southern Miss versus Rice in the LendingTree Bowl. Southern Miss 6-6 on the season. Rice 5-7. Southern Miss is a 6-point favorite, and the over/under is 45.5. That's odds by Caesar Sportsbook. What we've been picking all year. Austin, I will refer to you. What is your pick? Southern Miss versus Rice.
My pick, Southern Miss, 27-17. I think it'll be a defensive game, of course. I think that it will start out slow. I think this is a game that'll start out slow, but the offense will get going for Southern Miss, especially late in that third quarter. I think that's where a lot of the scoring will come from Southern Miss. I think they'll wear down Rice's defense and be explosive, but I think that Southern Miss will, of course, play well on defense and play great on defense and finish out the season strong behind Coach Armstrong's defense. And I think they're going to dial up a lot of blitzes, and we'll see that a lot. And Rice will have fits, and Rice will get some things going, but I think Southern Miss pulls it out.
So that's Southern Miss with the points and the under. Jackson, what are you thinking at the LendingTree Bowl?
I agree with you, Austin. I think it's going to be a low-scoring affair, kind of typical of the early Southern Miss season where it seemed like every game was not necessarily a slop fest, but definitely a defensive struggle, a lot of defense being played. And Dima, just a quick question. How many losses does Rice have?
7.
I think Southern Miss wins by 7. Give me 24-17. That's the Golden Eagles winning and covering in the bowl game to have a winning season for the first time under Will Hall.
So that is Southern Miss with the points, and that is under. Can I do math? Okay, under the 45.5. Well, on the bowl prediction video, I just predicted Rice would be shut out for 3 quarters. So I feel bad for picking them to score 17 points in the fourth. So I'm going to stick with my bold prediction because that's what they always say, stick with your prediction. So I do think Southern Miss their defense is probably going to play their best game of the season. I feel like the offense will be able to find some things going. Rice is a very similar team to Southern Miss. It's something we're going to talk about on the podcast where, a couple plays in their season, Will Hall said that they could be 8-4, just like Southern Miss could be. They're 5-7. They're basically the same team. It's going to be low scoring. I have Southern Miss winning 20-3. So that's them covering, but that's still under. So I think it'll be 10-0 in the halftime, 17-0. Southern Miss gets a field goal, it's 20-0, and then Rice kicks a late field goal or something like that. So 20-3. That's Southern Miss with the points and the under. Those are our picks. We will all be there on Saturday, 4:45. We are all here already, so we're actually already here, but we'll just be 10 miles from here on Saturday. But so thanks so much for listening. Check out our podcast on wherever you get your podcast, 4th Street Sports Show. It'll be out Friday morning with our game preview and pick and Prince Pick'em Pod. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on Saturday.